Now, of course, there was a document dropped today in regards to the state of Idaho versus Bryan Kohberger, and I have got my notes pulled up, and I'm going to share with you some of the filings, and I'm going to specifically talk about this one. I'm going to talk about the defendant's reply to the state's opposition to defendant's motion to continue. And the reason I'm going to talk about this one is because there was a 19-page filing. Some of it was Ann Taylor for the defense, and then there was an expert, Ben Cohen, in regards to trials. Now, just to give you just a little rundown, here's the overview of today's filing that I'm going to cover. Number one, Ann Taylor for the defense for Bryan Kohberger specifically states, one, the defense needs more time. They're not finished with the investigation. Yes, she talked about all the terabytes of data, the miscatalog, it's not categorized, exhibits, etc. Two, the media coverage. And this is what we're going to talk about that is so dangerous and potentially can harm this jury trial. Now take a tiny, teeny, weensy look at my chart. In March of 2023, Ann didn't even mention this one, there was a prime video that was out in regards to the Idaho College unalivings. Then we just saw Dateline just a little while ago in regards to the terrible night on King Road. Then we have a book coming out by James Patterson. And then on July 11th, Prime again is going to drop One Night in Idaho docuseries. Boy, that was a mouthful. Now, what's the big concern? Everyone has a little bit of their hands to make a pot of money, but why is that so important? Because this could potentially harm the case. And that is basically the nutshell that she gave in the documents. I've got the documents. Stay tuned for those. So, number three, the investigation needs to be figured out who is the leak. Why? Because it violates court orders. Not only that, it could hamper witness testimony. There could be a police leak, and that means misconduct. And even a witness, too. And number four, the jury scheduled for 2 weeks. They have to find a jury in 2 weeks. That's a tight time frame. And Ann is basically saying that this jury will be rushed. And it might not be fair, and impartial jurors may be found. And let me show you what I found today on social media, which should piss a lot of you off. Now, this is just a sample of what I'm seeing on social media. And I'm telling you, Ann Taylor needs to be told about this. This person messaged that they got a jury summons, and they think that it might be for this actual trial. Now, the person goes on to say she's nervous about it. Her daughter got a jury summons as well, and she's a college student, and they're not sure how to expect her to miss a whole semester of school if picked for the jury duty. Now, you know what, sassy Jen Walsh? I'm going to tell you one thing. Maybe you won't get picked because you put this on social media. If you don't think there are people here that won't send this to Ann, guess again. So you don't have to worry about having to go to jury duty probably by the time they get this video. Now let's get back to business. Number five, this is a very complicated case. And the reason I'm saying this is because Ann specifically spelled it out in the document that you can go and see in the repository and at the end of this video. I didn't want this video to be long, but it's very complicated. And six, victims' right don't overwrite the Constitution. Bryan Kohberger has every right to get a fair trial, period. Idaho, the state, just wants to hurry up and rush it and get this case over with. This guy's facing the death penalty. And in closing, Ann basically said they're not ready. And why force a trial that may lead to a wrongful conviction and then overturned later? And you know what, honestly? They get one chance to do this right. What are your thoughts? Like and follow for more. I'll put the documents at the end. Be well.